2, 1, go!
24 top lumberjacks from around the country have competed to become one of the 12 finalists to advance to the 2024 STIHL Timbersports U.S. Championship.
STIHL Timbersports is the pinnacle of lumberjack sports.
Today, these athletes will battle it out in 6 disciplines through 3 elimination rounds in hopes of being the one crowned the 2024 U.S. champion.
It's a tough race. 6 events and you can't make a mistake.
Can't wait to get out there and rip some chunks of wood in half.
This is what we call hardcore blue-collar toughness.
Welcome to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the 2024 STIHL Timbersports Men's U.S. Championship. I'm Tommy Sanders along with Kevin Holtz, and these 12 athletes have earned their positions to be on this stage, battling their way through the respective pools to make it to championship day. The competition proceeds this way. The full field of 12 athletes will compete in round 1. Round 1 consists of 3 of the 6 disciplines: the standing block, the stock saw, and the underhand chop. After round 1, 4 athletes will be eliminated. The remaining 8 pass on to round number 2. Round number 2 is 2 of the disciplines, the single buck and the springboard chop. After round 2 is complete, 2 more athletes will be eliminated, and the remaining 6 athletes will move on to round number 3, the hot saw competition. The field is obviously stacked with accomplished athletes at the top of their game. And Kevin, who are the ones to watch?
We've got to start with our 7-time U.S. champion, Matt Coger. He was not our 2023 champion, though. I feel like that puts some extra pressure for him to move back to the top of the podium. Maddie Slingerland, he has been so close, so many times, it drives me absolutely insane. He does not have that gold medal around his neck yet. Watch for Maddie Slingerland. He's looked exceptional here in qualification. One guy who has just absolutely disrupted this industry is Nate Hodges. Some of his techniques are maybe a little rough around the edges. Maybe the textbooks wouldn't show quite how he goes about it, but he has the absolute will to just barrel through and get this job done. I am watching Jason Lentz this year. I feel like he is fit, he is mentally sharp, he is just cued in, he is focused and ready to go.
Well, here we go with the first discipline of 3 in round 1, the underhand. In this heat is our 2-time champion, Jason Lentz, going up against Ben Nicely.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, this is our first look at our 2-time and current reigning U.S. champion. See how he disassembles this underhand chop. A little bit of a slow turn. He kind of gets his equilibrium set, but doesn't really just spin and turn back into the backside of this log. Ben Nicely's got a great chop going. He's not going to be able to catch Jason Lentz. There it is, a 20. Oh, he came pretty darn close, though. Jason Lentz showing a 22 as his unofficial time.
Defending champ Jason Lentz stumbles out of the gate, posting a 22-second underhand, almost 8 seconds behind first-place finisher Matt Coger.
It's our 7-time U.S. national champion, who's around to the backside, draws a huge slab of wood. Those first 4 hits do a tremendous amount of damage. He's already dropping. Oh wow. My gosh, 14-11.
It's a really good time. I wasn't even expecting the wood to be that good for it, so really it was just kind of a pleasant surprise.
Matt Coger takes the early lead as athletes ready for the first sawing event, head-to-head chainsaw racing in the stock saw.
3, 2, 1, go!
This has got to be an exceptional cut for Jason Lentz, and Cassidy Shear also wants to grab as many overall points as possible. It's advantage Lentz at the switch. Cassidy Shear, though, quick up through the log. Oh. Wow, what a race between these guys. 11.92 showing for Jason Lentz. I hate to say it, that's not a bad time, but he needed better.
Way better.
He really needed better.
Jason, stock saw is a game of tenths of a second between first and 8th. How did that feel for you?
Like I'm about 8th. Not good.
Going in the standing block?
Yeah, not good.
Where is Lentz? Back in the pack again in the stocks. A log jam of 11th. This has never been seen before. Look at between 2nd and 3rd place, 3/100ths of a second. Logan Scarborough, Ben Nicely in the game. Love it.
Are you guys ready to see the final heat of the stock saw?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
That was really quick on stand number 2 for Nate Hodges. I don't know if he's pushing the envelope too much. I'll tell you what though, Matt Coger's moving through the wood better. Wow!
Photo finish! You gotta be kidding me!
Just tells you how good the competition is. That right there.
You know how you feel about where you are at this point?
Matt Coger and Nate Hodges finish 1 and 2 in the stock saw, while Jason Lentz gets to follow up his 8th place finish in the underhand with an 8th place finish in the stock saw. After 2 events, finds himself in 11th overall, in danger of being eliminated in the first round.
We're all going to have our hands full today because Matt's just won the first 2 events. He's the guy to beat out here, and now it's going to be even harder. We got standing block, that's his event. Then you got single buck. He's been doing that good. So now it's like, okay, you know, I'm putting up the best I can, and I'm right there with him. But man, he's doing good. I'm impressed. So I'm happy. I got that stressful event out of the way.
Nate Hodges knows he has his work cut out for him. In Heat 1 of the standing block, Adam Lefkoe takes on Matt Slingerland. Slingerland would set the time to beat at 20.66.
Yeah, I hope it's at least mid-pack, 4th, 5th, 6th. Take any of that, as long as it's not one of the bottom times. So I think the wood's pretty firm, so they're gonna have to cut really good to cut faster than that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right there together. Look at the pace of Nate Hodges. He is swinging that axe like a fly swatter. Matt Coger, though, around ahead of him. Hodges just around so fast. I think Hodges has a lot of wood to break, but that's one of his fortes. Hung from Hodges. Oh my gosh, I think Hodges got him.
I gave her everything I had. I got hung up in the back a little bit. And I knew Matt must have got hung up too, because otherwise he would have beat me. I should have had him pretty easily, and then I shouldn't say easily. Like, I knew it should have came off, and it didn't come off because I stuffed up some hits. I'm thinking, oh, Matt must be doing the same thing because I know how good he is. And I just got him by a hair, so it feels good. But you can have fun. That's the main thing. So now that's over. You got to go into the next round. So let's do it. Those first 3 disciplines were horrible. A lot of work for this.
Jason Lentz, by the skin of his teeth, is advancing through into the next round. And then, of course, you got the 2-man show right now of Coger and Hodges on top of the heap, just beating up on the rest of the field.
Well, round 1 is in the books. Only 8 competitors will advance to round 2. Scarborough, Shear, Lefkoe, and Wilson will not advance. When we come back, we'll have 2 more disciplines, the single buck and the always daunting springboard. That's round 2, and at its completion, 2 more athletes will be eliminated. The STIHL Timbersports Men's U.S. Championship is brought to you by STIHL. We were made for this. And by John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the 2024 STIHL Timbersports Men's U.S. Championship. We started with 12 athletes, and now we are down to 8 after round 1. Round 2 consists of 2 disciplines, the single buck and the springboard chop. The points are doubled, and only the top 6 will move on to round 3.
First heat of the single buck, Jason Lentz and Walt Page.
All right, Jason Lentz. Stand number 1 on the left, Walt Page on the right. Jason Lentz absolutely has to get a good cut here because his job now, first job, is to improve 2 spots because after the next 2 disciplines, we eliminate 2 more athletes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Walt Page is putting on a great cut. Jason Lentz is going to run away with this one. An 11.8 second run from Jason Lentz. When he needed it most, Jason Lentz came to play. An official time at 11.57. That is going to be tough to beat here today. Hopefully for Jason's sake, that puts him on top of the heap. Just doing what he had to do. Great form, running that entire saw. This is now a new U.S. national record. Talk about pulling it out when you need it the most. grabbing as many of those Steel Timber Sports points as he can before we get to the end of round 2.
Wow, missing elimination by a whisker is a wake-up call supreme for Jason Lentz, the new national record. Again, the official time, 11.57. Walt Page way behind there in second place in 14.11 seconds.
Second heat of the single buck, Matt Slingerland and Dakota Robarge.
Matt Slingerland, so many podiums through the years. If he can get things going, somehow get himself into contention for the top spot, it's going to take some work. I've seen some tremendous performances out there already today. No doubt more to come.
3, 2, 1, go!
Both these guys off quick. Like how I see Matty Slingerland running just that entire saw, the nose getting sucked back in. These guys are really in a dead heat. Slingerland ahead a bit in the bottom though, pulls ahead from Robarge. What a great run. They're not gonna take down that time of Jason Lentz. I'm telling you, Tommy, Jason's time is gonna be really tough to beat.
Final heat of the single buck, Nate Hodges, the winner of the standing block, versus Matt Koger.
2, 1, go!
I'm gonna give technique to Matt Koger on stand 2. I'm gonna give speed and power to Nate Hodges on stand 1. We'll see who comes out on top. I love what I'm seeing on stand 2, but that drop on stand 1, it is gonna be Matt Koger. Neither one of them coming close though to Jason Lentz. Boy, did Jason do himself a whole lot of good in this single buck event.
Our defending champion Jason Lentz making big strides up from 8th place in the single buck all the way into the 4th spot on the strength of a national record. That will be our John Deere driver's seat move of the competition. One more discipline left to go in round 2. When we return, these athletes will take on the springboard. Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the 2024 Steel Timber Sports Men's U.S. Championship. Round 2 competition continues here in Milwaukee. The next discipline in round 2 is the always formidable springboard chop. In heat 1 of the springboard, 2-time champion Jason Lentz went up against the current world record holder in the springboard, Walt Page.
Walt Page, a switch-handed cutter. He's around to the backside, around that 44-second mark, well behind world record pace. There it is, Walt Page comes through.
It would be Page taking the heat with a time of 48.96. Here we go with heat 2 of the springboard. The 5-time bronze medalist Matt Slingerland going up against Dakota Robarge.
Neither one of these guys was spectacular first board sets, but they look good now. They had to put a little extra work in it, and actually look really good now. Nice level board sets, great body position, puts you in a great setup to set that second board, and that's where the real work happens. Matt Slingerland wading deep into the front side of this log. Nice wide open face, tons of slope. He can work that back, get all the way far into this block. Matty Slingerland, though, one of the strongest switch-handed cutters in the backside of the log. It is Matt Slingerland, 44.86 on that unofficial clock.
Hope that time sticks, because these boys are quick. I had some mistakes, so they have a good opportunity to beat me. I had a good log up top, but I missed 3 or 4 hits, and ideally I'd be 4 and 4, 4 and 6 in the pockets, and I was 6 and 6, so you're looking at 6 seconds right there. So I'm happy with it. 44 seconds fast time, so I'm gonna let it ride.
Nobody's climbed perfect yet. We'll see if either of these guys can pull it off. They're doing a little bit of extra work, but it looks like they got the board set cleanly. Hodges just a small advantage going into this second hole. He's maybe half a swing ahead of Koger. Oh, trouble though for Hodges though. Boy, this is Nate Hodges has got his work cut out for him, but he is a working fiend. He is gonna have to work very hard to catch up to Matt Koger. Koger with about a 2-hit advantage into the block at the top. Koger has run out of cuttable wood in the front of the block and is switch hitting into the back of it. 40 seconds has elapsed. Oh my gosh, that came off way faster than I thought on the backside of this log. Time is ticking away. There it is for Hodges, around 47 and change.
There you have it, the end of round 2. Only the top 6 move on to round 3, where the points are tripled. We come back. These 6 athletes battle it out individually in the hot salt. The STIHL Timbersports Men's U.S. Championship is brought to you by STIHL. We were made for this. And by John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer.
Warm up your saw.
This is the hot saw. 18.5 inches of wood, 6 inches to make a down, up, down, unlike the stock saw. Buckle up.
Welcome back to Milwaukee for the STIHL Timbersports Men's Championship. We are down to the final discipline in the competition, the hot saw, where the points are tripled. Trevor Beaudry has set the time to beat at 7.85 seconds. Jason Lentz steps to the stage in Heat 3 in hopes of besting that time.
2, 1, go!
Doesn't get much better than that. Whoa. I see a ton of timber left. I didn't see any thin discs. I think I see even a little bit of a smile starting to creep on the face of Jason Lentz.
Trevor, if you're gonna leave the hot seat, you gotta leave it under conditions like that. Jason Lentz, take a seat, buddy. You ended on one hell of a note. 5.03, talk about that cut, you attacked it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good cut, Dave. Pretty disappointed in the day, though. The first 3 events were abysmal to my score, but yeah, that was a pretty good time. I wish I was in the 4s again. That would be the 3rd time and only the 4th person to do it.
Congratulations, what a great finish to the day. Let's bring him out from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, looking for his first national title, Maddie Slingerland.
Warm up your saw.
Maddie Slingerland 3rd in points overall, heading into the hot saw here. Personal best for Matt Slingerland is sub 5.
Gotta be the cut of a life for Maddie Slingerland, and he's bringing it. It looks clean, it looks fast. He's showing a 5:01 as his unofficial time. Got to go through all the officiating process, make sure they're complete discs, make sure the crayon mark is there all the way around. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Nobody seems upset.
Maddie Slingerland will be on the hot seat now with a time of 4.81 seconds.
Yeah, I've been feeling real good in the hot saw. It's almost just, automatic at this point. That chain from Melvin Lentz was just unreal smooth, and I just kind of let it do its thing.
Sub 5 seconds. It doesn't get much better than this. Got a little thin at the bottom of that first cut. Still plenty of material to work with. Look at all the real estate he had left before that line. What a great run. We've been talking about it, Tommy, how Maddie Slingerland has been so close so many times, and there's usually just 1 or 2 things, like a small glitch that holds him up. Too often it's been the hot saw. Not anymore.
Coming to us from North Fork, California, looking for his first national title. One more big round of applause for Nate Hodges.
Hodges, like Slingerland, has to go, and he is. Oh, big, thick disc. Yeesh.
Wow.
Throws the chain. Holy cow, that was all sorts of chaos.
4.79 is the new time to beat Hodges. Hot seat.
4.79 seconds. Your new hot seat leader, Nate Hodges.
4.79.
Dave, I've had a lot of close ones, man, but that's the first time it actually all came together. That motor right there, I put a lot of heart and soul into that. I was here in Milwaukee 5 years ago, and on the drive home, 3-day drive home to California, I thought, what can I do to get a faster saw? And I've been working on that thing ever since. And she's got a lot of power. I mean, it just broke that chain in half right there. That just goes to show you don't see too many chains just breaking. Just the sheer power. Nothing even went wrong. There's just that much horsepower there.
That's quick through the wood.
Matt ain't gonna win. Matt has to beat me to win it.
I know. Matt's got a cut sub 5. Oh, because we got in between.
Yep. 9 points. Hodges only 8 points.
Now's the pressure. Feel it.
The pressure is definitely on for Matt Koger. He sits 10 points behind Hodges, which means he has to best the time of Jason Lentz, 5.03, to finish third for 12 points and the win.
3, 2, 1, go!
Off and into the woods, pretty quick through the woods. Time's elapsing quickly. He is in the low 5s, mid 5s. I don't think he's got it.
Tight on the go.
Yeah, you can't just make a safe run anymore. You gotta go for it.
Tough to know by Matt Koger's facial expression. Was that enough? He had a decent lead going in, but again with the triple points. Will we be seeing a new champion for the first time in years? Nate Hodges sitting in the hot seat. Looks like he's got 3 complete discs. The line is remaining. Is the time low enough?
All right, officially, Matt Koger's time, 5.24 seconds, meaning your new national champion, Nate Hodges!
I don't even know how to explain it, but I crammed a lot of knowledge, a lot of time, sweat, blood, equity, you name it. I mean, I'm putting it into the sport. And always did small lumberjack shows in California, and I seen the professional timber sports, and I was like, I have to do that. Like, I need to do that. And like, it was my calling. Like, nobody really understands what went through my head. Like, I'm watching on TV, and I'm going to do that, right? I am bred, I am meant for this sport, and here we are. 7 years later, I'm on the stage winning the championship. It's pretty phenomenal.
And your first time United States national champion from North Fork, California. Let's hear it for Nate Hodges.
I'm Nate Hodges, the 2024 STIHL Timbersports national champion. There we go.